Right click, add something.
Oh, filter, right? And I just tried filters. Window capture.
Start the game there for Devin.
NEAWL, was it add crop or add filter? For the scoreboard?
Still saying that the top.
It's alright, focus.
Oh yeah, I don't think they've gone live yet. They're still getting the corner thing.
Oh,
Add crop / cat.
well, I can do this. Add. Okay. Now what? No. Click here? No.
Top for everything.
The game should be live now.
What happened there? Sorry.
I'm connected to the stream.
Let's go, Peter. Why is there no music?
Because when you do, it yanks it off of YouTube.
Oh,
So I didn't bring the speaker.
I forgot.
Runner moves up.
Pause there, too.
Who's scoring?
Properties for scoreboard. No. Explorer.
So you're backing up that
Oh, did you get it up on the app? You did.
Just not on. So I can. Do you have it?
Yeah, can you change the score to 0-0? Are you connected to the right thing? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, your IP's wrong. Not your fault.
You need what, NEAWL or no?
Next.
I'm not allowed to say that.
NEAWL.
Uncle NEAWL.
Yeah, if you want a couple cuts?
Do you remember how to get
Right click the, no, go make that into a scene.
How do I make this a scene?
Nope, go into a scene, go in there.
It's right
Go
here,
to,
scoreboard. Yeah.
Scoreboard, so you
Right
add the
click.
scene. Filters,
Yeah.
and then make it smaller. Okay, you didn't make it, that's not the right scene. You have to make it a window.
52.
So cancel, close that,
Close,
make it just
kill
do
it.
new.
Same.
watching this on
New.
And then do window capture.
Window capture.
Yep,
Okay.
grab
What is it?
current window, live
Get some
score.
advertising money out of this?
You the man.
Okay.
And then
And
do
then
the
right
prop.
click it.
Yep. I got you
Choose
now.
filter and you have to crop it out.
Thank you, NEAWL.
A nice bite.
all the strikes.
So I have to do this manually?
I think you have those numbers in there. They were like 700, so
Tony.
Oh, God.
Agile out there.
It'd be a lot funnier for the second advent.
So now on the stream, I see just the score.
I know.
No, I was just giving you a. So what did Mike do?
Oh, okay. You're on the wrong route. Too many.
Nope.
You just stopped standing there.
There you go.
Making progress.
Where's the T uniform? A nice pitch.
That's because the GMs forgot to notify the league office and pay their trade.
Good ball.
Controversy. Play one. To notify the league office and pay $25 trade. Go back. And at that time, you get an invitation.
Black Shadow.
Yeah, but it looks like he's carrying the mix. There's a slight delay here too.
God.
Black Shadow. You need it for the bottom thing.
That's annoying though.
Yeah, but if you, how much smaller can you make it without getting rid of the count?
Yeah. And that I can
Oh,
do.
that looks perfectly fine like that. It's completely out of the way of anything that's going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's good on your phone.
Even a home run can't block.
Yeah.
No, it's got this. It's got above the thing is above the.
We didn't know the age.
It might lose a straight pop up, but yeah, let's see if it happens. Looks good.
What happened?
You see that? I think so.
Who's 22?
The bartender. No,
Oh,
Kitts McGee.
really?
Yeah.
Huh, look at that. Yeah, she's got a good 6-7 years left with those things before. Yeah.
I don't know. Those that things are 8.
What's up?
6 years. 6.
Yeah. It is up now for sure. Oh, did I buy the license yet?
That's all good. Some people don't. He's not getting left in it for 2 seconds.
You broadcast it out?
RG's watching it, so.
I mean, it's working. I don't know. Is that audio?
Commentating is way more important than
He's not worried. He's trying to figure out get
They just stopped.
You got to pay for that when it's good.
Here it is, game day pass.
Oh, is that why it doesn't work yet?
Yep. I just couldn't figure out where to go to buy it.
Where's the analysis and technical?
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, if he had he was an
Technical department's still up.
What's up with the technical department? The Nueva is having problems.
No, getting the
technical problems about the Nueva headquarters.
Bubble.
getting the graphics up.
Early call. Early call, Blue.
Oh,
Early call, Blue.
There's a runner on first, and
2 outs?
I don't know what Nagel's doing.
3-2.
There's 2 outs. I don't know
Yeah,
what
there's
they're
got at least 2 strikes on
You
him.
guys are responsible for those lines.
I believe so.
Yeah, 2 outs.
Excuse me, have you seen my baseball?
That's outstanding.
Oh. Well, I think
Just kidding. 3 outs.
All over.
Just so you know, the line set up like this,
John, can that kid
like the fair line is at where the corner
Yes.
is right there. It's not where the line goes out.
Probably have the
You
most
guys don't
brains
fix
out of
it.
anyone here.
Fair foul is that line.
Definitely smart.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
What?
if it's like that, if you guys are kicking the line, it's wherever the corner is.
Beautiful.
No, that's fine.
Oh, hey! Look at that.
Yeah, you're fine there. But just
I can give it to you.
kicking the line, it's just it's wherever it is. It is what it is.
I was gonna text it to you, but I can just punch it in.
Text it right to the
body.
Oh shit.
Less than 20 pounds left of blood.
See if I can
You good?
push it. Switch thing to the fittings.
Did I? That was from when you were in like.
It's good to me, I don't know.
Oh my god, that was like 10 years ago.
Which pistol is that one?
Huh?
Which pistol
That
is
should work.
Oh, is that the
Let me know if it
upgrade?
doesn't, though.
Yeah, nice.
What specimen was that? That was a specimen that was fresh off the slice.
Oh, did we not make the field wider than normal?
They made it skinnier.
I would have pulled it to that red
Yes,
post.
correct. I don't know what they did. As long as they're both in agreement, I don't care.
It is. I gotta stay in somewhat shape.
Hello.
It's about right because we need to go to the crack in the glass here.
See, but here's my complaint would be I feel like the left field line is more at an angle, whereas the right is like this, and that's kind of against their best hitter, who's a lefty.
Jeremy's face is knocked out there, huh? Good, how are you?
Then it's on him, and I don't care.
But it's like
Also, in the screen, they look both pretty straight.
it's the
Yeah.
correct.
Pay attention to the actual balls and strikes, maybe.
Whatever.
Just
Not my problem. I'm out.
hit balls, yeah, just balls.
Ooh.
Yeah, other balls.
We didn't try to set up that mic, huh? It's good? Sorry about the delay there.
They can't do it.
You guys keeping the count on the broadcast?
I'm trying to.
Well, I completely disagree with drinking and being idiots. That is frowned upon in this league.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and germs, children and middle-agers. We are here at the NEAWL Winter Championship.
in that fucking strike zone.
Savages versus Squires. Sorry about the delay here. We had some technical difficulties, but we should be here for the evening out. We're in the top of the second. This is game 1 of a 3-game series, potential 3-game.
My goodness, my goodness.
This. Nego with the hands.
I didn't know he could bend that low.
John, what inning is the ceremonial honorary Mike Chapman test?
Whenever he shows up. He's parachuting in, I hear, from the rafters.
I mean, 2 men kiss in honor of Mike Chapman.
After the first game, we'll be having the Hall of Fame induction of nobody, because no one's in the Hall of Fame.
And you were the closest two. You were the closest 2 holes.
This kid's in the dick Hall
That
of Fame.
was
I feel like I
close.
fall under all of those criteria right now.
Yeah.
Nolan's got a good eye and good aim, from what I hear.
He's been
Yeah,
talking
nice
about
ball.
man kisses
Sorry.
Wow, current events.
Yeah.
It's a risky zone.
Topical!
all night. Seriously.
Goodman relying on that drop pitch.
I feel like Nolan didn't have a great season, but he's got a championship.
You can't just give him muffin pitches either, though. He's a dangerous batter, so you got to respect him in the plate. That's right. You missed the color commentators or the play-by-play man's commentary there.
Mullen does not wear condoms, apparently.
The problem we're going to have tonight is both of us are color men. Neither of us are...
You're both colored then?
Apparently all... The third, too.
So he gets the man with the strikeout. It's a tip back to the catcher. That's an out on the... if you have 2 strikes already.
Oh, 2 Ks already.
Explaining football rules in the championship?
For our viewers' sake, yes.
So, like, for those people who only watch the Super Bowl, if they explain what first downs are?
That's right. Chris Reda
When I walked in, I thought he
missed a lot of the season with injury.
Can we get Poole out? Can we just escort him out of the building?
He's literally that person constantly trying to get on camera, but since he can, he's going to do it with his voice.
Oh, what you call a butterface?
Really? Because there's a lot of other things I could point out that aren't as nice either.
That's right. Gets
Someone has been doing
No, no,
yoga.
thank you.
Makes a clean play in front of the must-play-by line. Retires the inning. The side of the inning. I'd really like to see this field wider for the next inning. The next game.
It's random, because usually we go to the break in the glass, the other break in the
my
glass.
cousin Kevin.
Because we're shifted over a panel. What they need to do is fix the angle on the side like Ellis said.
No, I'm just saying we have the room for the championship. We usually make it a bit wider than regular season.
Bubba!
That should be a fair ball right there.
I'm with you.
Should have been a fair ball out.
This is not regulation.
It's regulation, it's just...
It's
We
cockeyed.
originally had the field. Well, the spread some weight.
It's cockeyed.
You're cockeyed.
Most of our players are.
If both teams are in agreement as to what
Yeah, pots in their eyes?
You got that
Gets a triple there. Is that the leadoff batter?
Yeah, that was.
That kid juices.
Was that his weight?
I know all about his juices. Sheriff here.
Probably also be the best
that a
ball
Mike
Let him play to get a run in here.
Taylor makes a play. Decides not to go for the double play. Probably smart here.
Thought there was a camera on us, but also no double play because the runner's on third. But
Darren's the second black man.
That's a great point, Jeremy.
sorry, you had a few. You're gonna allow it.
He's the second black man in Newell.
You guys should keep it.
Nothing about Goodman screams power, but he is a
Streaming,
dangerous
I think that
bat
should be
game.
enough for me. Oh yeah, he can run into one at any moment.
Very cerebral bat.
Also, great eye, which is frustrating.
I'm posting it everywhere right now.
So,
What did I say wrong?
pulling one viewer. Ooh.
Not you. I'm just letting you guys know.
No, I'm
I like how
glad
the viewers just see your face in the background the whole entire time.
I like how I'm
That's
watching.
much
Like I
CTV.
couldn't. I guess I can watch the game here instead of actually staring at it.
And you can see the zone better.
Yeah.
A near miss.
Had some nice late movement.
That pitch looked hot too.
Well,
Is McGowan not got anyone?
no, he's over there sitting.
Oh, okay.
Those warm-up speeds didn't sound like they were accurate to me anyway, so I don't have great hope.
Near miss again.
Interesting.
Doesn't put him in a terrible position here.
Second walk, and I feel like he's being somewhat careful with Goodman, but even if Nagel gets out here, you're back to Mike, who just ripped that triple as far as got that of the center.
I think maybe Mike Jim Dara doesn't get the respect that he deserves at the plate. He's got a very unorthodox stance.
I think it's one of those things where after this season you should. I think people are always leery of you just having a good season. Nice.
Gets with the builder.
According to Greg, he has a
So 2 down, runners on the corners.
Oh, nice.
as of last week.
Oh, last week. Okay.
Last week's commentary, color commentary.
Does anybody have the Twitch commentary up? So we got Murph chiming in yet?
He's on his way.
Oh, no kidding.
I can't view the viewers.
That's a dangerous pitch to Dara in this scenario. That
really
was
is.
in the zone the entire way.
He goes back to that.
Gets in the chase though. Maybe there's a setup.
That's a run.
Yes.
Brings in a run. That could be very costly against Goodman.
Nice bid, Jeff.
So early heroics from Jim Dara.
It says 6 viewers, but they only list me and Puddle, so.
Yeah, but people, you don't have to have a Twitch account.
That'll retire the inning, but not before some damage is done. The side. Why can't I say the side?
You know, I
Tires the
mean,
side.
for a leadoff triple, it's just a run, but seen plenty of times where 1 run was good enough for Goodman to win a game, so.
Exactly. That gives him a cushion. He's going to start pitching differently here.
Daly's up if they don't. Never mind, they know.
You know, I bet we can make the scoreboard background transparent. Uh-oh.
That's Colin. I think.
Oh, it worked out fine.
John, I think we're missing the opportunity at bacon.
What's that?
I think we're missing the opportunity at bacon by color.
Did that work?
Stream is still on.
Did not work.
The strike zone's perfect size.
Do a game with actors.
You think the strike zone's too big? I mean, the scoreboard?
I just don't like the borders around it.
It looks fine.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The black and stuff.
Yeah. I just made it transparent, but it didn't work, so.
Gray, transparent, it's all the same. So anyone in this lineup can hit, but even with the 1-0 lead, you're probably best at being careful with Devin. But Goodman's not known to shy away from anyone, no matter what the score is. So
That's right. Both these pitchers have, I don't want to say a cocky attitude, but they have a lot of confidence in themselves. They're not going to pitch around anybody in the lineup, which is good for us as viewers. Big sweeping slider. Cuts in towards Devin the lefty. Sounded like a hard hit, but that was a dribbler to Nagel.
Nice cut, Dev. Nice cut.
Nagel making the play. That one was easy, but it did hit that lip on the rope there, so gotten everything that's come his way. It doesn't matter how much you angle it, Greg's still going to be in it, and it's still going to gross out our viewers.
I don't like the rafters and stuff up there for whatever reason. Mullen rips a worm burner, makes it to the wall double.
That's right. First year running the team?
That's
the
right.
championship?
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, they earned it, man. You know, first round there, getting by the Nightmare, who are what, 15-0?
Both of the people in the
Nice adjustment to it off the net.
That kid is good on his knees.
Hi, on him, Surratt.
That is a smoked home run in Somerville. That's sealing that.
Catch, Mikey.
What do you need?
He's having a picnic back there or something?
I'm all set, thank you.
Yes.
Ground out to the pitcher.
All right, fast start for the Savages here in the side.
The implication.
How's the broadcast going?
Are you over or under 5?
Oh, I
I
don't
think
know.
we're at 6.
Are we at 6? What up? I won that prop bet. Took the over.
We hit 6 at one point. We're down to 5.
Oh,
5.5.
great over/under number.
You said it, not me.
Mitch is okay, right? No?
He's got Nagel cutting under those drop balls.
Yeah, it's actually...
Eventually, you think he's going to get one.
Maybe we'll 1-1.
But he's got that uppercut swing, and Devin's dropping it down in that area.
Nagel's that type of hitter where if you just keep that one thing's working on, and you keep going back to it, he's gonna run into one.
So I think he's got the right idea. Now he's trying to come inside on Dara. He's trying to work that inside pipe.
Surprised nothing's gone over here.
Like every.
Mullen makes the play. 1, 2, 3 inning.
This is the first time no one fell over there.
That's Mullins.
Sorry.
I was so I was already out.
No, I have some at the house.
I think you're not paying attention. That was a ground out. Pretty much. All right.
Yeah. So I heard the
Right.
play and I thought it was
A lot of action there in the Savages dugout.
so I walked
Getting
back.
Daly pumped up here for his plate appearance.
Yeah?
So that's when I-
Oh, it's a streaker on the field.
What is it? What is it?
Oh, and he does
I'm
go.
gonna say
Strike.
I'm giving that.
Goodman throwing the epis here. Changes speeds, picks it up a little bit, straight down the pipe.
That's good.
Yeah. Came around the turn. Lost
Going at him here. The last thing we want to do is let him get on with Devin coming up.
hit that one.
That's a good point. You got to attack that spot of the lineup.
To an extent, I mean, you understand what they're doing with their order, but you could give some protection to Devin by having a Mullen bat in front of him here. Because they're going to have to pitch the Mullen if you don't want to put him on with Devin coming up. So. What's up? I agree, but they're in the championship and I'm sitting here talking to these idiots, so what do I know? Nothing.
It looked like a strike on the broadcast, but it hit the bottom base of the zone and deflected up into the zone there. Oh, you can't see it all, huh? You could go way over there or wherever you want.
Are you drunk?
Hit the second tree, the car. Like this.
Great pitch, good location for that drop ball.
I'm okay with that.
He stays alive.
It has definitely been one.
Devin, you just missed that. You can tell by his reaction there, and it looks like it.
Off the street too.
Oh, good bait.
Now you see Mike Dara pull up on that, and that could be due to the fact that in the summer season, right before playoffs rolled around, he laid out for a ball very similar to that, dislocated his shoulder on the field. Had to go to the hospital that night. Put him out of action up until the finals.
There by Devin. And this kind of goes to what we're saying, and OG over here, change up your order there, you might have a base run on him when he rips that.
Now it was hard to tell on the broadcast screen here, was that a single or a double? It did not make it to the wall.
It did.
It did?
Oh, it 100% made it to the wall.
Okay.
You are drunker.
That's always, Whitmore's always
It gets a little out of focus out there. I am watching through the screen, yes.
Yeah, you know what though? It makes a weird sound when it hits the wall, so...
We'll have all you meatheads clamoring around behind me.
I'm getting paid for this gig, or you know? That's
No,
a shame.
I'm losing money on this.
You can talk to the union about that. No. That actually is true.
You're going to update the final season slates?
Maybe. Fuck all you guys.
What my 2 home runs count?
Oh, did you get
Near miss on the screwball. Goes all the way through the zone and misses on the left side.
Owen is looking great. I also put that over there, and it should be here. So hopefully Devin hits a double this next at bat. So my score sheet's first. So 1 on second here, and 2 down. Now this comes back to what we were saying earlier. Granted, if we went with our order, Daly would be up now. The way he's been, Daly's got 3 Ks here. He can be careful with Surratt. You can put him on. It's not the worst thing here. Again, these 2 pitchers are the last 2 that ever taken that bat off, but you need to give Surratt anything he can run into like his last bat. Break that one under the ceiling.
Surratt missed a lot of the season. He hasn't had a...
I need a rule. Was that fair?
Is that really?
Base it.
Man on first and third.
Okay.
Now,
Kid's gotta have where the ball is.
Correct.
No, I was gonna say Kid's gotta have freaking burns across his knees from sliding across those guys.
he has a good bit on the play.
Doesn't terribly hurt them here. He's struck out Daly 3 times.
Has to swing at that ball, too. That was very close. Makes contact on it. It landed foul, but he touched it while he and the ball were fair.
So if he touches it when it's fair,
That's fair.
if he touches it,
So I went away and came back.
Come on, the count I was doing it for them.
I was trusting the guy. It's just a matter of, like you're saying, as long as you're aware that it doesn't matter where his feet are.
You do it all the way over there. Like you have people, they're like your teammates. You're not playing with guys like fucking stupid stuff.
Being alone and not interacting with anyone?
I don't know. But never done right. It's like Australia. I gave right back at me.
I couldn't tell what that did.
That's like a beauty of a pitch. So, as that's coming towards the plate, it's right in Walsh's face. Breaks into the zone and hits the top bar. There's not much he could have done to put a bat on that ball.
I actually thought that that's what his first pitch did do, but it just missed the top and hit the boards behind it. Yep. So he went right back to that and got it in the right spot. So
The most brilliant thing I've ever seen.
kudos.
He does seem to have a plan for Walsh, who's had a fantastic rookie season.
It'll be interesting to see if the score sticks as we go into the top of the 5th after this. What the pitching decisions are. For the Savages, I think you obviously have to go back and get it.
No question.
I'd be interested to see Goodman tries to pull the save himself for game 3 where he gets their number 2.
rolled it, snapped the side view mirror off of it.
A little weak, man.
Now that would be an interesting tactic, because if you do that, then the smart move is pull Devin from that game, but then he can't return and Goodman can come in.
We're like at the very end of our trip, and we're gonna go up this trail, and he looks and it's super.
Man, that would be underhanded and
Oh,
awesome.
we're gonna U-turn. So I'd already pulled off to the side.
So go whisper that in a few people's ear and see what we can make happen.
Dude, you want me to
I don't want to see it.
U-turn from here?
I don't want to see it happen. But
I
man,
don't.
I don't think I
Hit the gas a
thought of
little
that
bit,
scenario
turned
until
it,
just
and then
now.
everything
See, this is why I make a terrible manager. I overanalyze everything, and I'd be thinking that whole "what if they think this is what I'm gonna do" type of mindset. So,
but after I rolled it, so they're governed, so you can only do like 30 miles an hour. When I rolled, whatever they use to govern, gone. So I could just punch it,
or at least
gone. But it was super
Still no
fun.
pitches over, which I guess some of the balls could have been over and Jimmy didn't score.
It sounded hot.
No call from the ump, so it looks like the pitch will stand. It's hard to tell with the tin. I mean, we're now only fastened at the top and the bottom. There's a lot of room for that tin to move and reverberate, if you will.
Big word. It's early. Game one. That's a game one word if I've ever heard one.
NEAWL learns from his last mistake, takes a cut at that ball, makes a piece.
NEAWL's going to run into one.
Yeah, that was Sunday morning.
I mean, right now, the number 4 hitters in each of these lineups are 0 for 7 with 7 Ks. So, NEAWL trying to turn that around here.
Changes height and speed in that pitch. NEAWL doesn't bite.
Greg is drunk and he's not the right
Oh, he
inning.
does cut there late even. Looks like that was a last-second decision as a defensive swing. Doesn't get a piece of it, and we're in the top.
You're an inning behind, bro.
So, Devin there in the bottom of the 4th, striking out the side.
Are we in the 5th now?
Yeah, top 5.
Oh, my lordy lord.
Top 5 Mullen. Look at him.
Oh, J-Ram's here, and it looks like
Oh yeah, because we missed the first one.
trying to walk around. But
It's all good, baby boy. Wait, so is J-Ram? I heard J-Ram. Oh, he is.
We weren't live for
No,
like
he's not. Why is someone saying that he's not here?
I think Coop said he's here.
J-Ram? Yeah, J-Ram just decided to walk around the whole perimeter.
This way?
Yeah.
You can't. It's locked
Yeah,
in.
that's why I said he might be too.
You know, it's you can't even get this gas door.
Why go through the wide open door?
That's right. I forgot we
The locked gate.
I had that incorrect double.
Oh, I see. So tough pop out to start the inning there.
That's, I mean, they need a run here. Only takes one pitch, I guess.
You have to be pressing here. You know, he knows how the bottom of the lineup has performed. Devin's already out. Almost no chance it's going to get back to him. So I think he's looking for home run. Home run or nothing.
And that could really be surprised what them getting a run here could do to the series if it goes extra innings. That throws off everyone's pitching.
That's right.
Nice. Just check that out real quick while they're away.
Base knocks here, boy. Base knocks.
So it's hard to tell from here, but I would assume Goodman changed its speeds there because Mullen's way behind that second pitch and way ahead of the third.
Two outs, I don't know.
Yeah. Why are you tilting that up, McGowan?
It's the only two
Nonetheless.
So, same thing here you were saying about Mullen. He's going to be pressing here. They're looking to tie this.
Yeah. I literally sat with my laptop and a beer. It's Groundhog Day. I'm like, yeah, I'm on call. It makes all the
And he gets a baser out of it, so Daly comes up to the plate. This is going to be an awkward situation for Goodman as a pitcher. He sees Daly as the weakest link in the lineup, and he does not want to go back to Devin. So he's likely going to pitch conservatively, try to keep it in the zone, does not want to walk Daly.
Smart AB kid.
So gives Daly a great chance to get a bat on the ball here.
You're avoiding Devin at every cost.
Let's get a piece, but that is the end of game one.
For one season with Lollipop.
Back in the corner. You like this ass too?
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Great bump.
Oh, come to find out,
Shit, that was the end of game one?
tell them.
That is game one.
The same team as
That's why they're shaking hands.
Be careful.
I missed the first. I missed the first.
Oh, gee, did I tell you she wore the purple pants the other day?
Yeah.
You sent me a G-chat. It was the first time in a long time.
I don't know why I asked for the lineup since
And then I saw the next day check.
write it down.
You made an entrance nonetheless.
Yep.
Nice to see you, man.
You're thinking
I don't know if you need one or not. Do you need a button or you
It's
good?
time to give up your seat to the voice of NEAWL.
It wouldn't be the worst thing for them to go,
Time to
considering
give
they
up your
started
seat.
late.
This is awesome.
Considering they
I don't know
started
what you're
late,
saying.
now they're 7 minutes or so ahead. We actually.
Okay, well, I am speaking.
Sure, happy. I heard you. Maybe like
This one?
watch Bubble.
Oh, shit.
Someone in the building right now has the nickname the voice of NEAWL. I feel like John should be giving up his throne to the voice of NEAWL.
Shirt on?
Hey, who was the one today?
Be amazing. I need that. Make it happen.
JRM has been the voice of NEAWL.
Did I?
No, I don't know why you were doing it.
The original John.
Oh,
Changing.
Media department have technical difficulties?
look at you.
Media department.
Look at you thinking like
Need to
a
go back
fucking
to
thinker.
the green screens of
You
Network
going right
Drive.
on?
All right.
No, I just said pending building now.
Oh, because I hadn't started it.
Too busy to set up.
Here we go here. First pitch. Oh,
Wow, the teams take no break in between game 1 and 2.
I appreciate it because it could be
Did that
free.
hit?
It did not. Went over the top. That's what I thought. He's been picking that off. That's
Come on!
First kid's a three-back champion.
It wasn't NEAWL.
Jim Dara has his eye on King Clutch.
that is a. It seems insignificant, but that when you just lost game 1-0, your leadoff hit in this game to triple. You're probably going to be.
Worked out pretty awesome.
Devin's going to be looking to not give up for another in-house inning.
Well, if nothing else, that's going to shatter his confidence.
Basically, what I was trying to say without saying that, but.
I mean, it's got to be a hit.
Yeah.
And, if I'm on the mound there, I'm asking why didn't Surratt charge that ball, get it while it's an easy, slow roller in play. We've still got Walsh up to bat. He's a dangerous batter. You can't miss those opportunities. Devin looking to help himself. Walsh gets a piece, so he stays alive.
Oh, wow.
And he gets him looking. Walsh is disappointed in himself.
Now my case the best.
Saw him look back at the camera there.
Apparently got a piece of that. Oh, nope, back up.
That's a looking K, so...
No, I think we.
Oh, it was over.
I
I see.
don't know.
Airtight and quiet.
So the pitch was too fast there. It becomes an automatic ball. We've got a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit here. So it's the right call. That's why we have a gunman.
I'm just shocked that was the first one to go over. It is what it is. Gets him again. Now my case correct again. So hey,
And he gets him
everything's
anyhow.
coming up Millhouse.
I don't freak out.
Now, does that instill some of the confidence back in Devin Amadon there?
I think it's going to make him feel a little better here. I mean, he spoke a good. He owned Nagel in that first game.
Literally like after 15 minutes.
So I still think he's probably got to get by. I think you don't want Mike to get back up, basically. So if he doesn't get Goodman, even if he gets Nagel, okay, you're going to see Dara again.
Yeah. Other than that, we got guys.
So you do see Mullen take a charge on that ball. He did want to get there before it exits the area of play.
So my guy in the truck over here is just getting. He's just sitting next to me. OG pointed out Dara's the only one that had hits in the first game. The only other person to get on base was Goodman with 2 walks in his first 2 at bats. So
Unbelievable.
On a regular basis on how bad our managers.
So like I was saying, you can argue his confidence is back, but he has to know that he needs to get these next 2 guys or he's seeing him down. Nice changeup, nice hold.
Now, as a pitcher, it's hard to recognize those things while you're in the heat of the moment. He's going to have to... Mullen makes the play. That was a late skip on that ball. Great hands.
Yeah. Can't tell from this is the first time you've watched here, but the ball's in blue air.
Shouldn't be talking to me that way.
It's tough for me, Ben.
Nice play on that. Read
What
that well.
stumbles reading backwards. I don't know if that was over the line or just his heel dug into the turf, but
I think he started in at first because it looked like he was going to smash in the ceiling, which will launch it straight back down. It grazed it and kept carrying. So
Well, great adjustment, makes the play. They get out of that lead-off triple. And like you said here, we do see Walsh in the game. How do you feel about this?
So this is what we were saying before here. Is what this does now is even if they somehow lose, they got Goodman who's the number 1 going against Mullen, who is the number 2. But say he was on the Squires, Mullen would be the number 3.
That's right.
You know, so
Two-time NEAWL award-winning.
Who does number 2 win?
I approve this as well. I've never managed, but
I talked to.
sets himself up nicely.
So Walsh actually had a great start on the mound this season. He would be a phenomenal pitcher in a 58-mile-an-hour league, but he has a lot of trouble keeping his riser under 57, 58. So that is his go-to pitch. Puts him in trouble.
Because there's no such thing as a 58-mile-per-hour league. That's dumb.
I'm just saying, he's not over by much, but enough to get him in trouble. Devin is visibly frustrated at this point. He's going to have to regain his composure. Lineup changes, Retson.
Play a few, yeah.
Look at you, professional. You didn't write it in. Listen, I'm gonna drop you out of this fucking building pretty soon.
Oh shit! I will backflip you next Tuesday.
So, comparing Walsh to Goodman, you look at Walsh and you might think he doesn't have the same type of movement or anything like Goodman does, but it's deceivingly tough to hit. You stand in there thinking you should be hitting stuff that you have no chance at.
So Walsh has a good knuckleball, and his bread and butter is the precision on his riser. Like we discussed earlier, it's tough for him to keep it in the speed limit. So it limits him. We'll see how much he's grown over the season. This would be a huge win for him if he's able to get that in his belt.
We left his feet.
If you're paying attention, it may be obvious now, they did make a lineup change here and moves right up 1, and I guess the Mullen's dropping down 1. Or they might have...
That is a double. Hits the turf before the wall. Red is pumped.
So it looks like they will be going Mullen.
And Mullen comes up to bat.
Okay.
Let's take the straps off the back of your pants.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very compact. Knee pads going front.
I talked to McDougal like
What's up, buddy?
every day. So I sit right here.
You got out!
And he sits where Tony P sits.
Yeah, okay.
So he's that close to me.
Mullen.
Bonus
It's going to keep happening. Mullen is not the right person, I feel, to be ahead of Daly. He's pressing. He knows what Daly did the first game.
I was just like, this is my
Thinking he needs to do something here to get a run.
But he loves drinking.
And in reality, just get on base. With a 1 down here, Devin's going to get back up to that if you don't make an out here. It does look like he's getting a better eye as the at-bat continues.
I've given you, what, $50 this week so far.
There's that riser we're talking about. Now, I don't know if we're getting no speed readings because of the balls here. I'd be interested to see where that registered. As would Walsh, I'm sure. If he knows where he's at with that pitch, and it is at 55 or lower, then he can really start to utilize that.
He has every right to ask Miguel to tell him what the speeds are if he's curious.
Yep.
It's one thing when you throw, or can throw as fast as Walsh, and you try to slow it down a little, you might go below, and if you don't know, you're slower than you could be.
Yeah, let's go with Thursday. Yeah, I was going to bed.
Yeah, I texted you.
Good leave.
It was super late notice.
No, I haven't seen that pitch from him before. I don't know if that was just a misfiring and it broke strangely, but as far as I know, he doesn't have a drop ball like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he does cut it down.
I was watching it. I got to stop doing that.
Pretty far outside, actually. I mean,
It looks like it.
It started inside, came all the way through the zone, and it broke pretty hard there. It is hard to lay off those. When you start your swing, it's very much in the zone. Now that I do find interesting. Walsh. Oh, they didn't tag. That's why I was going to say Walsh doesn't go for the double play there, but it wasn't an option.
It wasn't an option as it was in the air. They
I would not have tagged there.
Tag there, no, because you got 2 on, run on first and second, and you got Devin. You can't risk anything with Devin.
This is a huge at bat.
But again, with that score in that first game here, you better be thinking no matter what. And Surratt matched the double off, and this is what we talked about in that first game. This lineup move could already pay dividends because Kabir Walsh just said, hey, I can't just go around Devin here. The next guy hit a double off me. So
I've said it in a broadcast before, and I'll say it again. If I'm on the mound in this scenario, I am not necessarily pitching around Devin, but I'm keeping it out of the zone. Yeah, try to nip a corner.
Despite what they both did in the first at-bats, you're still in fair Devin.
I leave like my random days off during the week. Like, let me go Tuesday.
He is attacking.
Nope, complete shit shows. I'm like, I'll just go to fucking Wegmans instead on my days off.
Not allowed.
Sometimes like scout to see if I saw a parking space.
I would chase that. I like him high.
Okay, if you have to text somebody else, my phone's in use for the scoreboard, pal.
Idiot.
There we go. Oh, get it!
It's by no means a clean play, but it never touched the ground after it hit him in the hands. By rule, that is an out. Way to stick with it.
John, can we go to the instant replay on that?
Never hit the ground, boys.
That was a great play.
And that's not good.
Great play.
Unfortunately, you're probably not going to see that in the video.
But it was a great play. Should have been clean, but
I mean, it's in view, but it's far away and probably a little out of focus at that point.
Nago made last.
Did Jeremy review or respond to that?
What do you mean? Those are the ones I printed.
Oh, you used different ones?
Yeah.
Gonna be honest with you there.
That wasn't very exciting.
Great way to start the inning.
I want you to flip it to daily.
Thanks for taking us on that adventure with you. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going to do. I'm convinced the last like 3 were just the show.
It looks like Devin likes that top inside corner for Walsh. It's what he's targeting.
Yeah.
Like a bag or a cash out?
Yeah.
The second he goes outside of him, Walsh makes contact on the ball. So
That's rough.
Don't tell Keith when I banged you out of
She's a good player. She's all right. She has
that's a quick turnaround play.
I was walking in.
Where is it? Oklahoma?
As far as I know, manatees do not migrate this far north.
Running in, I heard her say run or something like that, and then she's like, oh, it's you. And
It'd be way more awkward if like she was back in your groceries and you're like, oh, hey, what's going on?
she was,
Oh, look at this kid.
David Sullivan in the house. League veteran.
This is his team out there, right?
Hall of Famer?
Incorrect.
we don't have it. This is like the best turnout we've had.
Daly makes the scoop.
We don't have any Hall of Famers yet.
This is what happens. That brings out the hate. More times than not, the championship doesn't bring out fans of the game. It brings out people who are rooting against one of the two teams, if not both. Like me, myself, I have to be indifferent, but I hate both teams. I hate it.
That was before I met any of you, and it was before we had a league, so... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Retract it. Rewind.
In fact, the first league Hall of Famer should have been Malcolm Cohen. Didn't play long enough.
He played one season and won one championship.
No longevity.
He played when I was like a #1 pitcher, so none of his stats count.
All right.
To be honest, I was a #1 overall pick that year. So again, none of his stats count.
Basically, you're right.
So 2 down here.
Nick O'Keefe was not the first.
Looks like Devin's playing it safe with Goodman.
Nagel. who he's on tonight.
We're up to 10 a second ago.
Come on.
What?
Get some swinging.
Randos.
People who stumble the buggers on Twitter are like, what the fuck is this?
Sully?
These can't be involved.
Yeah, no worries. Good to see it.
I got Mungo in the
That's correct,
You wanted to know 8 steps location.
Well,
That's correct.
a lady never tells her age. My location.
I'm trying to send messages for next season.
My man.
He's a commissioner. Can he just pull a move where he creates a ninth team and just makes the team and no one wins in the draft? Let's get the power. There he goes. Second at bat, catch the double in his first at bat. Bear's got a hat on now. It's throwing me off.
That did look like that was going to come in on the outside bottom corner, so good eye by Surratt to take a cut at that one.
Oh, I can see his butthole pucker from here.
That's generous.
Nick says hi.
He's ready.
He's talking to you on Twitch.
No idea. We have
Look how he moves.
now.
He's on.
Yeah, that's a good defensive swing there.
Yep. Giant fucking head. Never
Gets
been
on top of the
anywhere
ball.
near it.
Easy play for Goodman.
There goes your Twitch license or whatever.
Knows a lot about computers.
Y'all know swears? You know, it's 0-0. They knew that's the first game 1-0, but
I want to smash.
It looked ejected here.
exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. They look like they're already thinking that they lost this thing.
And I was like, say it one more fucking time. I told him to his face, I'm like, say
They
that
just
word
need a bit of
one
an
more
offensive
time.
push here.
Like, it's configuration file. Say config. Say config. I will murder you. And he wears like button up, polling shirts all the way up the whole neck one tight, and he doesn't have a neck. It's just head and shoulders. And I'm like, fucking unbutton the one button.
That's your punch.
Yes.
1 and 2.
That's such a silly thing.
Wow, you can make it funny.
No, that's the proper term. Config file. He says config.
Oh, that's from like Minnesota or some shit?
Yeah, but he's from Reading.
Now you're really narrowing down who you're talking about, and we are live.
Natalie and Briglia?
There is a chance. There is a.
I don't think that he was. And Goodman, Mike Jim Dara gives us the call from the line. And a ball, Jim Dara, baby!
What are we applauding? His sportsmanship?
Great sportsmanship out of Jim Dara. He recognizes his fielder's over the must-play-by line when he makes contact with the ball. It's the best call. Our umpire's behind the zone, so it's hard for him to see. Dara had good eyes on the situation, and great sport to call that out.
It's a good call by Dara. I appreciate that, because you may have noticed my reaction was to turn away immediately because I just assume a fight's coming.
Yes.
90% of the time everyone has fun and plays at the championship. That's going to lead to an argument.
I mean, it's a tough play. It's near the line there. Goodman drops to his knees, which brings his feet back behind the line. He's doing the right thing to make the play, but he's taking himself out of position while doing so.
Speaking from experience, I've made the move where in a play like that, I try to get my feet and ended up missing the ball and rolls the ball, and then all of a sudden...
Oh, and Daly gets all of that ball, but he chips it up into the net. Easy play for Dara. Maybe that can give the Savages some confidence there. Oh, wow, and he pitches a dime there.
I like the flock of seagulls.
Very outside corner, top of the zone.
Well, I changed hats, and this one's
The best place you could put the ball.
But I was trying to send messages for next season. Sasquatch.
It's a big pitch. They got some momentum. They got a runner on. That's an out, but it was a loud out by Daly, and then that pitch just immediately crushes their teammates.
Absolutely.
Good karma, kid.
And now we're already in the third.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm mad.
They're facing the number 2. Oof. Devin looks like he reeled back on that one.
Kelly leaked them.
I feel bad. We all like
Great play. Both teams feeling the effects of the net here.
Yeah, this, I don't even, you know, it's Devin and Goodman, but if this is a similar game, this game might already be 5-4.
You know, that might play into the drop ball that both pitchers, aside from Walsh, the other two pitchers here have been throwing a lot of drop balls. So you are inclined to uppercut those right up into the net.
It was a close pitch, and he looked like he wanted to swing.
Now, if this series were to end at this game, does that give more credence to Jim Dara getting the nod for King Clutch?
So you can at least be hungover.
Wow.
Mullen calling him off. That's
Good communication in the field. Mullen has the easier play. Devin has great hands, but he would have to rush that a little bit. So
Mullen
good call there.
practicing for his future here, showing good communication skills. It's going to come in handy.
That's right.
No, I think we've had Wednesdays before here. Summers have always typically been like Mondays or Tuesdays.
So didn't put them up until it's
Oh, it turns out there's no awards this year. It's weird.
I would have made award ballots for tonight.
Didn't I win something last year and nothing was printed out? I didn't even get a printout last year.
I tried to bring a blue draft
what I
But still.
It's fucking 35, but I haven't figured it out by now.
I never won awards. Oh, damn it.
League web admin Nick O'Keefe used to track the season awards on the player profiles on the Weebly grid.
So, just so we know, Devin Kelly leaked Surratt twice, but backed off for Mullen. So we know the pecking order on this team right now. He Kelly leaked you. He stepped in front of you twice.
That's right.
It's just like, come on, take it.
That's your natural side though, as a lefty, right? So
bottom third here, I think this is starting to become a must-score situation for the Savages. They have to be feeling it. Again, this is the number 2 that
bottom 3.
they're facing. If they can't put up runs on,
Watch the stream like an adult, you'd know.
you know, this series is already over.
Watch the stream more.
My goodness!
Outside.
So Surratt gets all of that ball. And then some.
It's a grown man.
But it is very well wide.
A loud strike.
It did not seem to affect Walsh on the mound at
I was
all.
going to say, that pitch was as close as could be. It did not even phase Walsh. We're on the same page tonight. Why aren't we dating again?
We are.
Huge fit. So you just park in the driveway every day, or just park in the street? Park in the driveway. She has a right.
This is where I'm at bat though, and that confuses the shit out of me, and I don't even know what I'm doing on this pitch.
He signaled that should have been a knuckleball, but it clearly came out of the paw before he wanted it to.
Ashley's got one of her girlfriends moving to.
Gonna break and play here to get the balls back to the pitcher.
Next door to me.
Okay.
Sounds like we need to get our balls back to Kupo.
That's correct.
Because it sounds like he's talking about some real emasculated shit.
Yes.
Walsh takes a cut. It's wide, not by much.
I put that with that.
And that is not the preferred.
We have one down in the inning.
A lot. Like, a lot. Yeah.
Wait, no, is it because of that, or is it because of the mystery of the
Mullen, on base twice this game, but hitting the walk, so
Yeah.
already better than his
A
first
lot of
game.
stretching her pump.
Now he's behind that ball, which surprises me after the change of speed between him and Walsh.
It's the only one I care about. Woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, so it was going to be 70 degrees out. Did the Mystic River 3-mile loop, and then home by 8 something.
Now you notice Mullen stays in there until the ball's almost in his face, and he's doing that to protect the zone, because if you duck out early and the ball breaks, it's a strikeout.
Yeah, I've gotten in there a couple times, like, there were like 5. I'm
don't think it's gonna make it look good.
Can't see from this angle, but that was close to the ball.
I was going afterwards.
Yeah, Mrs. Lowe looked like he was going for the riser there. It just stayed flat the entire way through. Mullen recognizes that, holds off on the swing.
That's
Yeah, the swing's late on it. Like I said, I don't know if Walsh is changing speeds up there, but Mullen seems a little off balance here.
And like,
I mean, nobody knows that I can't see.
He looks like he's in his own head, which he shouldn't be. He's doing a lot better this game already. So anything in that first game should be behind him.
And he protects the bat. Good thing. That looked like that might have come in there.
Yeah, full count.
Oh, that did he hit that? That ball. It's hard to tell on the monitor here, but it looked like he maybe deflected the ball. But if not, it had great, like a hitch to it. Didn't look like it was breaking down in the last second. It came all the way down in front of the balls. So 2 down here. Daly up, bottom of the third.
One of them center field.
Walsh misses wide.
And I kept it just because at this point, I like it. I like it short. It's nice.
I'm toying with the idea of going Jim. I know.
I wouldn't quite call that a drop ball. It's more of a ephus pitch that started low.
Same thing happened to me.
He does crank back on that riser, and there's no call on the speed, so he might be good to just get that pony
I'll
rolling.
probably hate it, but I think I don't like how fat.
Look at that.
I know this is a very good mask for how fat it is.
Yeah, I also don't want to know. I don't want to know what's in there.
Yeah.
It's been like 8 years.
I was just gonna do like March and April, and then like mid-April start going it back because I have 3
Great eye on Daly. It's not missed by much. Another one of those, looks like it was an attempted riser, just doesn't get the upward break. Gets him a wide looping slider.
All the work you have to do that. It's a shame.
Yeah, but I'll be
through 3. Settle.
Try to look like that.
Goodman.
It's like that night. You gotta hit fast, bro.
Why I'm here.
Yeah, but for Italy, I was
I actually don't know why I'm here.
Amidon has to keep this a shutout through this inning. I mean, if not, I can't imagine what the batters are going to look like for the Savages. They're already kind of in their own heads.
And I was talking to him.
They have no runs on the series so far.
It's been way too fast.
Pitcher's duel, just a shot.
No clue what the fuck.
They do have decent offense, but
I'm Pat. Nice to meet you. Sound like a fucking
both of this team's strength is pitching.
That's all I got.
That's why they're here.
CBS wouldn't do it. He had to go to Rite-Aid.
You survived Japan.
More likely,
to be honest, I've done the, I have a left
So Amidon way ahead here against Goodman. Opens up his pitching possibilities for the at-bat.
Basically has their own
There's 3 more of those to give, so I don't expect him to get in the middle of the zone at all here. Yep, still trying to paint the corner.
Is that the night you guys came back from the fucking... They came back. I didn't check my phone. It's on my own phone. Oh no, it was like 10:30.
Gets to collect himself a little bit here as he gets the balls back.
Yeah, guess what? 10:45. I was living with Rob. They were like, everyone's coming in.
Like,
I've talked to him every now and then. He sent me pictures of his cat.
And he gets him going. He gets him
I
swinging.
picked with him the other day on Facebook. About it, but I haven't been like,
Drop ball that starts in the middle of the zone. He has that underhand delivery on it. I'm surprised Goodman didn't recognize
I
that.
should text him and be like, hey, fucker, I heard you're in Davis all the time. I live down the street.
You two have a regular schedule. There's a chance that you guys can meet
There's a lot of that.
Tuesday afternoon. I think he's going. I think this is distance.
3-0 count here against NEAWL.
Probably one of our, actually, yeah.
Helped out his first 2 at-bats here. After striking out every at-bat the first,
Mullen, great hands there, makes the play.
Mullen and Nagel both tonight. Actually, fielding by everyone's been pretty great.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell in the broadcast, but that play was pretty reminiscent to the one where Goodman went over the line. You could see, however, that Mullen charged the ball to make sure that he had that clearance, whereas Goodman just kind of dropped down to his knees right at his current position.
They opened up the burrito place in Assembly.
Now that was an interesting swing from Dara here. Maybe he might be pressing, knowing that his team is struggling offensively.
I think both teams right now are pretty upset in their offensive performance.
And he does go.
That's not bad. Yeah. Especially since it's way closer from me.
Gets him swinging. Now I do hope that they.
Oh my God!
We never plugged in.
We are in the bottom four because I don't know what just happened.
Laptop bag is way over there. It's the gray little.
Nothing going in the bottom.
What happened to the extension cord that was running around here? Oh, it's way over there. The extension cord. Oh yeah, great. We never plugged the computer in. We're at critical battery power here.
Hurry up, fellas! Critical! We're at 2%.
Are we definitely plugged in on the other side?
Yes.
I don't want to find out.
They're pretty cool.
What a miss.
Again, he gets all that ball, but the net is the best fielder in this series so far.
Again!
Wow, this has to be getting into their minds here. They're crushing the ball, and it's making outs.
This is the stuff that they need to. They need to look at it as a positive that they're on them and they're just missing. It's just a matter of time. You can't take what's happening right now and go in the negative place, especially down one game.
Time happens to be their issue here.
Rosebud was good.
No pressing him, Mullen.
Yeah,
Devin has one more inning.
Good enough.
This goes to extras. It's going to be nice, especially with our seventh inning rule.
It was good.
We don't know how I feel about having it be in a championship.
Yeah. Like I could easily just go to Highland.
It's a matter of necessity. We got to be out here at 11.
That's 1, 2, 3. Despite a couple of well-hit balls, and Mullen just missing that one for
They're
ground
putting a new
balls.
barbecue joint in this year.
Very tough inning for the Savages.
I went there. Anyway, go ahead.
I'll just pop up the broadcast on your phone.
I told him that already. He doesn't care.
Any room on my phone. Every time I open up my phone, it says you've now run out of storage.
You can just go to Safari and go to twitch.tv/Carlson.
Okay. Yeah, I actually have never had ribs there.
Just,
I'm not watching this garbage broadcast.
Garbage. The fact that we haven't had several job offers yet is somewhat alarming. I don't know.
Great pitch. I thought that was a defensive swing by Walsh, which it turns out it was. But did not think that had a chance, and it gets on the outside pipe.
I call BS on the 11 viewers because when I click view the viewers list, it only shows me like 4. Making sure there's no cheating. We like to run a clean league here. It's a lie. Everyone's on steroids.
Indeed.
What's up?
Suppositories.
Maybe. It's the start of the inning. It's very sweet of the inning.
Rare beer under there.
Bunch of cute though. Really? Oh, mine wasn't, right?
No, mine paused.
You silly goose.
Slow with a heavy car.
Chases misses, and it's 1 out in the inning.
I mean,
I am going to need the Savages to have a walk-off here because my bladder is at critical mass.
Was wondering
if the Savages do not, it is going to be very interesting. Mainly because...
So you could see that ball off the bat had an incredible amount of spin on it. Its first touch on the turf, it darted to the right, and it continued on that path. Tough play for Devin to make, and it would have been tough for him to pull off of it as well. Hard hit ball rewards the batter.
So once again, that's the first hit in the series. So through what here? 9 1/3 innings by Devin. That's the only hit that wasn't by Dara. So
it is incredible.
You know, they come out of this one as losers. It's certainly not on Devin.
I mean, Devin has a clout around him as an all-around MVP. He's great from the mound, but you know he's got to be their offensive anchor as well. So you know, there's a little bit of help yourself.
And
I mean, he earns it when he gets it, but
he gets up here next inning.
Literally,
no matter what. So Surratt, nice play.
Surratt makes a play.
Smart move.
Again, you'll notice Surratt positioned his body to the side, so when he did drag that foot behind, it was parallel to him against the line.
It's a good play, but there's a run on first here, and Dara, you know, hasn't done anything since the triple on his first at bat. He's go ground out K since, but
he's got to keep on him on that top inside corner, and he keeps one in the zone. He lucks out though, and that retires the side.
So Clint Eastwood decided to go with the original people.
Really?
Yeah. So he actually
not really. Just go to extra innings. Which goes to extra innings. Devin's done, and technically.
If they were to go to extras, I would keep Walsh in the game myself. He's kept the game scoreless.
Okay, well, at least that makes sense. Yeah, why don't you just hire people who know that? And then do the normal
I'm sure he does. We should know that, but.
You know Devin's got an inning, right? He only pitched 4 in the first game. You guys were all
I should have known that, but if you lose, I don't care how you lost. You still lost to 80.
It takes a wild swing there. I don't know.
I mean, it hit the top of the wall.
It was an interesting. I don't know what's in the background there. There's something sparkling. What the fuck is that? Here on the screen, there's like a quick flash of reflection. It's gone now. But I don't know if that was on the field and that distracted him.
That wasn't the wrong thing.
I'm very surprised none of these risers are read over yet.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talked about the tin, and I more cut the tail end visually, but heard it.
Well, you know, I'm strictly talking about history here. They don't look fast. It doesn't look egregious to me. It's just he has not been able to keep that pitch under the entire season. So, you know, for him to have it in the finals would be a great adjustment on his part. Very surprising.
He doesn't care that Devin could end this here with a home run. He's going to go at him.
Oh, nice play. And he makes a great play.
Matt Damon.
Now, Surratt might be seeing Walsh the best in this game. He's crushed him foul. He's crushed him into the net.
He's new?
Yeah, that box just got open. The ones in there are new, Colin. That's what I told him.
So your batteries like the city guys. They're like 9 years old.
You're 9 years old.
Come on, dude.
Where are the originals? Are those them right there? Just put those back in.
Way before I did.
They're all out of the same package.
You're out of the same package.
Those ones worked last week.
Hey, off the bat, you were thinking maybe home run, then triple, Derek. It was almost an out.
That's right.
Okay.
Makes a great play.
Get a double there, so Now, here we are back to, you know, again,
Hey, David.
Daly's looked better this game, but
Could you give those to Colin and just say these are the ones that were in it working last week?
Sure. These are from I'm taking the blame. These are from your
you might not see it, Tom, but again, Walsh isn't going to back down. But you got to think with Daly on deck that...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it puts them in a position.
Oh, good God.
He's behind that ball that really, really surprises me, and he has been behind it all night. I don't know if it's the late break on the ball. He doesn't think it's coming in, and he has to make a late swing, but...
Red eye, Molly. Never strike.
And it just misses. That sound you heard was the hockey boarding behind the strike zone. And that is a double, so that wins them the game. Incredible turn of events there. Wow.
It's the first line.
Are we going to game 3 right now?
We are going to game 3.
So, just to see, there looked like there was some confusion on the Squires. That first rope to the pitcher's mound is what's first and third.
That's right.
They think that it was outside of the back red line, which it may have been, but that's not the fair foul line.
It made the base, and then it went out of bounds there.
So, it's game 3. I don't need to, I guess.
No different than before on offense.
Hey, Mullen! Big hit, kid.
Nice.
And this is what we're saying here. I mean, you know, I personally, I love that Walsh isn't going to back down for anyone, but you got to look back at that. If they lose this, you look back at that, he probably should have went around him there.
I mean, the Squires still have a huge advantage.
Oh, absolutely.
Goodman coming back in.
Mullen's had some things this year. It's going to come down to what Mullen comes up.
Okay, yeah.
So I have to take a leak, but ladies and gentlemen, I will be back.
Oh, who wants to fill in here? God knows that I shouldn't be here alone. So, we play the same rules in the playoffs as we do in the regular season, where you can only pitch 10 innings in any 3-game span, 4 games in the winter and spring now. So, Devin, because he only pitched 4 in that first game, technically has an inning left. So, if the Savages jump out to a lead, I wouldn't be shocked to see maybe they go to a closer in Devin. If they do that, though, Mullen then can't come back in.
And what's Devin after history?
9. So, your best bet here, maybe send Devin out for 1 to start the game. I might save him, but if you save him to close the game, and it gets to extra innings, they have to go Surratt or Daly because Mullen can't come back in. So,
I think starting with the first inning doesn't really do much.
It doesn't. So,
I mean, you get through there, and then
I wouldn't even do it.
It's a good strategy to change the pace a little bit, but they're already getting used to him too. So get a new pitcher in there, and then.
I would use him for a closer if it's the right situation. Maybe a couple runs. I don't trust him with
I'm not good at closing.
Hear that?
There's Wi-Fi here.
You want to go? No, but I need to be on.
Wait, me and you together? Oh, you're on.
My situation. I'm trying to close.
Classic. Gary, you are not.
I told her. Do you love me?
Guys, the ladies, from what I hear, love convection ovens, microwaves with popcorn buttons, and expensive comfy slippers.
If you buy the slippers and she says, I don't love you.
Yeah,
it's not meant to be.
It's not. But, you know, we've all guilty of clinging to something we shouldn't have. Goodman practicing his throws in the outfield, and
was there controversy? That was definitely a fair ball. Yeah?
So
there's always the orange line is the fair foul.
The orange line acts as first and third base.
For my angle, it was fair.
So it's you know, winter's winter. When we run the bases in the spring, there are actually bases on the field which would be at the corners of that orange line. So that acts as the fair foul. So the question was, is it definitely went fair past orange and what would be foul past red? So if the red was a fair foul, it would have been foul. So I don't know if maybe that Squires. That could be the first time. Yeah. So the Squires
clearly went
first
past.
time. Yeah. But that could honestly be the first time the Squires have run into it this season and just didn't know. They didn't argue once it was explained that's their problem. Yeah. But I think that was maybe. They looked like they were like, oh,
a little butthurt.
Little butthurt about
That'll
it.
happen in the finals. I mean, everyone's on edge.
Yeah. So let's see.
Great game.
now.
We wanted the series to go 3 and it's gone 3.
In the one bedroom because
Dara.
going off.
Dude,
With
It's
the
not just me. She's super light sleeper.
Has he been on the Golden Hand nominations? Because he's a
I think
great
he won one. I do think that he won one last spring, if I'm going to be honest. I could be wrong.
He's a Spider-Man.
I think he also won a Silver Slugger. Me and him tied for Silver Slugger, and he might have also got a Golden Hand. But
And I made this joke earlier. Second African American to play. After 3-bagger, Surratt came to play.
so, I mean,
Is our graphics guy up to?
he's commentating right now.
Mike Thompson is taking over the He's on it.
I just wanted to get
He's drunk. That was a poor decision.
Huge cut.
So, I mean, you know,
You were here before me. You could have set up a seat.
right now it was kind of a minor change, but it's paying dividends with the switch in the lineup between Surratt and Mullins.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, they did that last game, and paid off.
Some distracting music in there.
I mean, that was. I'd have to go back and look, but they hit back-to-back doubles there with 2 outs to walk off there, right?
That's correct.
So, good on them.
Lineup change in the finals. You most likely have the same lineup going into the year. How often do you squat changes?
We didn't at all, and you could argue, you know,
Maybe one game.
it's a 4-man lineup, and even with major leagues with a 9-man lineup, I always argue, you know, you only lead off one time. Then you could be up 3rd in an inning. So face that. It's a slow one too.
He's trying a little too hard.
He's been pressing. It's funny because you almost think that, to an extent, I think that double there in the last game maybe put something in his head where I got to be the one to do something. That's only one we scored. And again, with Daly behind me, who has some run on base, I think he's pressing there. Him and I think Daly and Nagel have been hitless for both games here. So
Lead off triple, one out triple. They can't do anything with it. So we go to the bottom.
So they are still getting out there for 1 inning.
Wow, interesting strategy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with this.
It doesn't. There's no benefit. If anything, you can argue.
They've seen him for 2 games.
Exactly. So they've seen him for 9 innings.
Filthy though, it gets him on inside pitch looking.
So isn't this feeling? I'm like shocked at that.
I did my part. Shit out of that ball.
Was that?
Mike, for the record, it's 55.
Yeah. Timmy's sitting down over there and using it. He did that.
That's all you can do. You can rely on the accuracy of an inaccuracy.
Didn't even make it to the playoffs.
I like to think at the very least it being there is just at least keeps the pitcher honest. It could not be working at all. You're going to be a little more mindful of not throwing too fast.
I don't think it looks too fast.
I think everything looks too fast. I just suck at those.
That's true. I think 45 would be my. Oh, good bid by Mullen, but it's in play. That counts as a single. No, it's in play.
Mullen, you alright?
Mullen does a push-up as a penalty.
Right out there?
He's shaking his head. He's thinking about stuff this game.
I mean, it's different. I mean, I don't think that you can make the wrong decision putting him on the mound ever. But you.
Good thing there's no box. Trying to get in the pitcher's head.
I don't know. I can't hear what they're saying.
He's calling the buck.
Yeah, he is pitching on the team.
Clearly was, but we don't have that. There's nothing in the rules.
We implemented a balk rule. Good God, dude, forget it.
And
You deal with enough dumb arguments.
and the Mr.
The Reeds are feeling well today.
Very nice offense.
They're making it look easier than it normally is. So here's NEAWL, and like me and John were saying before, he's a kid. If he sees you enough time, he can run into one. So
Throw it low. Throw it low. He's gonna make it big.
this is where putting Devin in could be a mistake for the inning.
Right there was low. Just missed. Just missed.
1,000, no. Wouldn't that be hilarious? One run for each team through 2 games so far, and you lead for 5 seconds, and it's 10-2.
I might be doing
So they did decide to give Devin the last inning here.
NEAWL playing this season with a shoulder injury.
You're gonna have to go to Shredder daily, but we don't know what the benefit is here. I mean, it's Devin, so what we were saying, what do you gain other than they've already seen him? A couple of these guys see him enough time, they're gonna run through, you know. He doesn't get NEAWL there. You get Dara up, who again, Dara's hit him well tonight. So, but
I believe there's 2 strikes. I don't know how many balls.
I watched Mullen throw, something like a 10K 5-inning shutout.
Oh, you hit recently
this year, and I've also seen him throw a 5-inning 17-run game. So,
oh, there it is. Just gets a piece of it. Slow roller. There it goes. That'll be the end.
So Devin is out of innings. He knows if he knows.
Mullen's been warming up in the cage in between the games. He should be ready.
Mullen. I've seen Shred throw, and he's been pretty good too. I don't know anything about daily.
I'd assume if it goes extras. Well, Mullen still has innings.
Mullen has pitched 10 innings.
He's impressive.
So we do have a rule, the 7th inning. First extra inning is normal rule, 7th starts with the bases loaded. And that's where you're going to see someone like Mullen who, even if he's pitching well, will walk you. So you get to that point, that could be something. We haven't mentioned it because I don't like... technically 5 and the 3rd. So we haven't said it, and I don't like to bring up these things, but this is Goodman's 4th, 5th series? 4th championship series, and he hasn't won.
He's been snake bit.
So 6 guys from Pittsburgh give me so the team is all shot shit.
He went to last season's spring. He went to that Hoyles winter. Wasn't there another one in there?
They're all being told
Is this only the 3rd championship time or something?
2 up! 2 down! Well, one he had a boot on, I think.
He didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
No, that's
We beat them in the division.
He did pitch with the boat in the All-Star game and was still fucking on hills.
You want to get back in here, Johnny boy?
No, you can hang out.
It's horrible with
Oh, right there, dude.
I didn't dress the part.
You're on TV.
I like how he backed away, like, he didn't want the 7 viewers to see him.
Basically, I just do that. Well, I shouldn't say I.
Back away, I'm hitting.
I get your Seinfeld references.
Look away. You got it. You look like a catcher.
Mullen starting right now.
No.
2 out.
He was just warming up.
Right. Now he's only going to himself to give himself a lead before he goes in.
I mean, we've been saying he's been pressing all night, his hit-wise, and he's the only one with an RBI for his team, so...
Yeah, within the past, 3 weeks, he's announced...
Well, no, you kind of have to.
I don't think you gain anything.
Because if you had started rolling, brought Devin into close, and it goes into extra innings,
We agree with
now
that,
Surratt
but
has to.
we agree, but does Devin, that 1 inning from Devin, what does that gain? They've seen him for 9 innings. If anything, maybe they're coming around.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah, hindsight, 2020.
I think it's the right move. It's a tough call, but you put yourself in a bad situation if you don't score a run in regulation.
You got to think the Squires have the pitching advantage.
John, do this pass.
Both of these teams right now have a look on their face like they're starting to realize that it's game 1 was 1-0, game 2 was 1-0, and that 1-1 could win it. This is where you put this. They know what's happening.
Job that I told you to do, and then it just gets super awkward. That's someone that doesn't.
All right, so here we go. Let's see which Mullen we're getting tonight, right here.
I don't think Whitey B feels the pressure.
Oh no, there's no way, dude.
I get it. I have a guy.
He's even keeled the whole time. It doesn't matter the situation.
He leaves it over. He likes to get.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I like the way we're swinging it.
We hit my first one. Hey, nice rip there.
Hey,
You're almost a year marker, right? You got the feeling he's going to come up.
yeah, like that's a nice out for the Savages, but that's also got a skill. Yep,
That seemed a little quick. I don't know what
that's 57. 57.
that's the first one.
I'm mowing shockingly faster than I would have
That
thought.
hit the bat.
Hand.
That's bad, no?
That was bad.
Yeah.
What was it?
That looked like bat to me.
It was bad.
Yeah.
No.
But it's 58. It's 58.
Okay, too fast.
Way to drop that ball, Mullen. Pro move dropping the balls. I would have held them in my hands, tried to make that catch.
I would have too.
There's no doubt.
Owen is the only one from going over this.
So this is the problem I've always had with the gun is I feel like it's not just the speed, it's what type of pitch that it's able to be across.
And if you're
it doesn't pick up those drop pitches.
Right.
That's who you're
Picking up the arm.
So those are the type of pitches where that raised that's on the straight line.
59. 59.
It's the type of pitches he throws.
Someone's got to adjust here. He's got to adjust here. He hasn't. He's been there number 2, right? So he knows.
There's part of me that thinks
The
that
problem is we haven't had the
Bob's
gun.
still there, but Bob's too busy with.
so he doesn't know.
He's got to adjust.
Come on, Mullen, let's
He
go.
doesn't know. I also
Hey, sell it,
part of me
Mullen,
that thinks
sell
that
it,
he doesn't care and he'll
99.9%
risk it rather than throw slow.
But I told them I'd meet them
They're
for lunch
hitting.
if they want.
This
But
is his
knowing
game
what
to
happened
lose, so
last
he's got
time
to
when they
adjust
offered
or
me the
he's
same
gonna be
exact
in
position, they just ghosted on me and didn't tell me. So, oh no, it released 125 to 100.
The one time I faced him this year, I did notice that he was faster than
Didn't take the
I'm
walk
used to.
there.
And I was like, hey Bob. So I'm thinking that coming
And this is where we were saying
Big Dick
before.
Nagel comes out to that.
This is what we were saying before. He walks his fair share of people.
Yeah,
So
so I was thinking about 125.
Also known as Limp Dick
But I
Nagel.
would come in at
limp
but
disket, dicket. I can't do it. I got nothing.
Depending if we're talking about at bats or in the bedroom. Take it as you will.
Deal with it as you will.
If you go stay there. I'm like
As I mentioned earlier, you had a bad shoulder injuries this year. So you got to imagine it's affecting him right now. I haven't seen a full swing out of Nagel all year.
We merged. So,
Oh my.
I don't think we're doing like anyone's getting out. Not because of
Yeah, man, that was that pitch
is that
was
the-
right there.
so
It's
it's
delayed,
delayed?
so I like it.
Yeah, that's nice. We can check the replay.
Yeah,
that's how
Yeah, it's fantastic.
shockingly.
Fair foul impossible.
Which
starting
which shoulder did Nagel hurt?
I believe it was his left.
I was gonna say. What I noticed on that pitch is, and something that's always actually shocked me about him, is that I've never been able to go inside on him very successfully. He can turn on it, kind of like that. So I was wondering if it was his back shoulder, maybe that's why he hasn't been turning on it since.
You never
When
hear
he's
him using
dropping
it
it.
as an excuse.
Oh no. But it would explain why he didn't turn on a couple of those, but he just didn't matter.
Swing is definitely slow.
What do you bet?
Probably more than that.
Oh, Baltimore!
We were thinking along the
I would never expect that. You think it's like I'm supposed to know.
Whitey bulge. You know what I'm saying? His pants. Bulge in his pants.
Maybe if you're running.
Yes, it works.
Come on, right there, dude, right there.
Big situation.
This is big because Darrow. We've seen the Nets smashing in the net tonight, but I'm telling you, Darrow's was probably the closest to being crushed. So Darrow getting up there could literally turn this series on its ear if he gets a hold of it. He's got to go at Nagel there. But again,
Still got a deal.
Nagel can also get him. So. There it is. That
Big AD.
It's a lot more difficult than it was, but it was a big out. It was a big out. So.
It wasn't a full. It wasn't a full Thompson dive, but it was a good play.
So Jim Thompson make that play one-handed, nonchalant.
Nueve. This is the Nueve. I told him he could sit down.
He's doing commissioner type thing. You
No,
didn't
he's
hear
not.
me. I would slightly hint.
Are you questioning our announcing skills?
Dude, you want to get in here? This isn't easy.
If you're looking to get out of your current role,
You can't listen to the peanut gallery. He's got to do you.
do they reach out to you or no?
So, it looks like he's slowing down a little bit today, which could be a mistake. They were almost trying to win in that last game.
Surprisingly, he hit a couple off the net.
Are you guys sportsing? You guys sportsing hard? I don't know what you're doing.
We got some sportsing activities.
Guys, I'm sick of your sports in my face.
0-0.
Got him.
Good cut by Daly, but sad realization. This could be the last. This could be the last winter ever.
Put your name on it. What's up? Oh,
Sad realization. This could be the last winter.
And I should be here, but
Oh yeah, you were
again, man.
the last person in the United States.
You know, they were
2-0. Thompson. Yeah.
Oh,
Two one down here. It's hard to keep track of the board if you're gabbing like gals, but
well, John left the broadcast and we've severely diminished here. I was already sucking.
it's not on you. It's on the
Then you pass the scoreboard app.
We're making
That's gone down. So it's literally, what I'm saying is a domino effect here. Basically everything's gone down in quality because of one move. The count's still not right.
It's 4-1.
We can't put up the 4, but there should be a 1.
Okay.
Full count.
What about
Full count.
Simon?
The dick's in his mouth, so I don't know why his hands aren't working.
So it's basically you, Simon.
It might be easier. Did he walk?
And Anthony Tanner.
Oh, I have no idea.
Devin, walk.
So you're on call
Walk.
more often.
Yeah, shrug it.
You just couldn't, yeah, well, you just couldn't fathom Devin shrugging up.
No, he passed it.
So what do you guys do? 12-hour windows now?
Nice play by Nags.
It's out of the inning.
Or is someone
So after 7 o'clock,
You know, it's right.
7-3, no score.
Toshi or Tim.
Tension is building.
Mike's up. I mean,
Who's Mike?
Jim? Like every
Mike Jim Darrow?
Okay.
Way to
Believe it or
be.
not, there is 2 mics on the team.
Yeah.
So to clarify for the viewers,
Touche.
Whitey B.
I call Nagel, so I didn't realize he had a first name. Do you have a first name? Fred?
And Mike's his first name.
They won't escalate to you after 7 o'clock.
They try to.
Jim Whitey V. Up.
I have no idea, dude. It's like how I, for the longest time, didn't know which of Goodman's last name was his real one.
7 o'clock.
The Greatman?
Yeah. It was just hilarious.
We're blowing up the spot for all these former students.
There were kids that hung out with college for years that didn't
I'm gonna be honest with you, if his former students are watching this right now, they already know way too much about him.
So basically one of you.
Batting stance, look at this.
Okay.
It's making me think of Sandlot.
Yeah.
It's made the strike zone disappear.
It's funny because
James Earl Jones up the bat here.
All I can remember from that movie is the puke scene.
So he takes one right here and pow, lights go out.
That's been the way Power right in the kisser.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I remember
Yes.
them making the switch. Yeah.
Round 3.
But until recently,
I thought Paul was throwing me gang signs. He was just asking about the inning.
It's Paul
Thought he was
Pearson.
throwing gang signs.
Paul Pearson.
all getting paid during the week.
They get paid way less than the U.S., right?
It's a tip off the bat. 2-2 count.
This is what we affectionately call that we could be seeing because of the difference between Mullen and Devin if people want to swing is bonus swing, which can sometimes help the pitcher because they're just going to be trying to crush stuff that probably should just leave alone.
I thought he couldn't because of a green card or.
Could have been brought a lady here tonight. She's nowhere to be found.
She was at the table and then I feel like she actually went further away.
I think she
Oh,
found.
no, she's over here. I started walking that way
She
and I was
found
like,
a soccer player.
I just assumed like it was my wife, she would have got bored in like 5 seconds and just left.
You're on your own.
Like when I hit a home run and you look over for that little bit of approval, like you're forgetting your life and they're fucking on their phone.
County hits it. That's fair.
No, I think it was foul.
Fix the fucking lines.
I don't, and I wish that I could have seen that.
I think you're right.
That looked like a fair ball.
It's
And I was walking from over here.
that's
a fair ball.
He's
I'm gonna try.
Stop looking at yourself in the right hand corner.
I watched it.
That was foul.
I also said foul, sir. Good job.
I mean, he fielded it in foul territory, but it rolls fair.
Don't worry, just hurt yourself. I want you to fall to the second pitch.
either way, I'd say it's a lot closer than people are claiming that it is. So
Let me check the replay on that. It's a fair ball. He made the play in foul territory. I don't know what the call is.
That
there,
should
but
be an out.
That should be an out, in my opinion.
Johnny, dude, let's go to mine.
Mullen gets him.
hits it.
Ball don't lie, as they say.
Oh, you took a basketball reference and applied it to wiffle ball.
So I'm making what?
Puddles isn't here, so unless you want to see me make out with Greg.
He wants Puddles back?
No, he wants me to make out with Puddles.
We can arrange that. We can arrange
I can do
that.
that. You can do that without giving up your seat.
We can arrange that.
JR's gone between.
If you want me to leave, I will leave though.
Not possible. Absolutely not possible.
We got 2 down here.
The balls on the mound are not the only ones I'm able to make out tonight.
J.R. Walsh is getting a little
What did he do?
upset.
What was that? What I missed?
It's a ground out.
Oh, I did see that. I saw Mullen do the thing
He got
he does.
distracted with guys making out with you.
It's funny, but
Is that over?
No.
1 strike.
I think Mullen just wanted to know where.
I know, yeah.
So it's just the one.
Thank you, sir.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just the one column.
I can flip this table very easily, and I will. Ooh, cut the mound a little there, which could play into whether something's fair or foul again. Which
Rusted and decayed some of the. So I redid.
what do I know?
He wanted that one.
Goodman, that was the one, kid.
I'd like to think that was his pitch.
That was the one.
I love Mullen, and I say this with all my love in the world. He doesn't throw fast enough to be throwing a changeup that's going to fool anyone. See, Gerald on land. I'm trying to be polite here. Someone may watch this and listen to it.
Gets him out of the inning.
I can see it.
But again, he's looking good so far.
Maybe we got a comment directed towards you from the fans. Was it unshiny?
Oh,
yeah, I saw that. Too shiny on the camera.
But I had
Mullen's up.
Got a lot of grease on there.
Mullen's up. Top 4.
For the listeners, it's a fluorescent lighting in here.
Let's sit next to my boy.
Nearly impossible to unshine.
Well, not so much.
He wanted you to make out with Ellis.
Oh,
Largy, request.
Vlog request, but I can't get the chat to update.
I'll go last inning.
Or it doesn't update, I have to be in
What's up?
that
What's up?
comments, right? Never mind. Mullen's up. Sorry, I thought I told Surratt already.
Yeah, no, you did. They second question.
It could be wrong.
KK ground out. Yeah, it's
I had you ground out, right?
Crispin.
I don't know who he
No, you got to
meant.
double check because you never know. We're drinking, trying to be funny. And
I'm curious who was curious. Sometimes, more often than not, you might get it from the pitching team that doesn't want to face someone again. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go get an inside scoop on the gun.
yeah, let's get a sideline report.
So I was saying, and this goes back to what I'm saying, I think Mullen has the type of pitches that the gun picks up better because there's not a ton of downward movement.
Did you get some called over?
Oh yeah, like 3 or 4 already.
Well, it's hard to tell because they say it, but we can't hear it.
It's 3 or 4, but Mullins have movement, but they're on that straight line quickness. I think it picks it up.
Come out of the zone.
See, like,
I'm gonna go check.
that one not being over.
Mullen ahead of the count.
What's the count? Look at you. 3-0? 4-0? 3-0? I don't know. I wish we should be able to change that. They need to make that score.
Big cut. You're ahead of the count. You might as well take a try at it.
I know, but
No, 13 viewers.
I feel like that's where the pressing comes in. Is he feels like I'm in the hitter's count. And in fairness, I think the one home run I've ever hit off a Goodman. The one home run I've ever hit off a Goodman in my new career was literally it was a 4-0 count, and I was hoping for a changeup. He threw it. I ran him. So if he's behind the count, he may pull him over. So.
Sorry, there's some peanut gallery comments.
He's like, look at that Armenian.
There's.
Sitting on his hand and shit.
There you go.
He's trying to
Yeah, that's right, baby. And he gets a big strikeout there.
Zoom in on the Armenian one. I'm almost finished.
Mullen's pitching well on the mound so far, and he needs to not get pissed off with his at-bats, because if he carries that out to the mound, it's going to be a problem.
Have a meet up in banana. I want 2 drinks.
It's getting hard to concentrate in the booth here, Ken. He went.
I turn away. I don't want to make these calls because.
No, he went.
What's the scoop, John? Johnny Scoops? So there have been a bunch over that were balls. That's why we're not getting those calls.
Okay, but I'd like to know so I don't think I'm fucking crazy.
I think Mullen would like to know.
I think Devin.
For scoreboard purposes, if they could do some kind of signal or.
That would be nice. You have a relay? Sign all the
Some
way
kind of
up
relay,
behind
yeah.
us?
Whoa.
Ideas for next year.
Hey, this is how we get in trouble with the FCC or whatever the internet. Timmy is making disparaging remarks about Armenia.
Hey, if he calls it a ball, if it's over, just let us
Have an alpha channel there.
It's not important, but
Wow, you're right. I didn't.
if you remember.
Yeah, now it's. Yeah, you just ruined the broadcast for me.
13.
We're down to 11 viewers.
Oh, one old guy is jerking off on
I
my
don't like all the
bed.
Armenian comments going on.
A couple old guys finished jerking off already, so we're down to 11.
I'm flattered, to be honest.
Or it's the best you're gonna get from back there.
11 people is way more than should ever listen to me at one time.
It's not really.
Foul, in my opinion.
I thought so too. Timmy has the better angle.
McGowan confirms.
I believe that's the right call. My problem here is, and I hate to bring it up because we've said it 1,000 times, did nothing about it. I feel like that side of the field is narrow, and it's going to come back to haunt them.
That might happen.
But someone said Devin did help set up the field, so he's hurting himself by not making sure that was. I thought it was from the same one. I saw that
Warehouse stay there.
Devin gets a walk.
Come on, Devin.
But yeah, he got us the best thing.
From here, it looked like, see that white line? It looked
In
like,
these announcers' humble opinion, it was also foul.
We have 11 viewers. No one chimed in, so we'll just assume the call is correct.
no, yeah.
Or they're all fans of JR and.
Nice grip, kid.
Shout out to Blarg. We've never met, but he seemed like a good guy.
What just happened then? I don't know.
It was a walk.
I thought so, but you know. Oh, there's already 2 outs, so it's definitely something.
Get foul.
That's going to end the inning.
Let's go, let's go, bud.
That was the opportunity there. Thread up.
I've never met Blarg either, but we've oddly had a love affair, so figure it out.
Huge dick.
Cyber sex. We've never met, but his dick has made its way to my town from Boston. Bottom 4, Nagel's up, he knows it.
Maybe more.
Locked and loaded. Nagel has a look of, I'm about to drag my balls across Mullen's face, so don't be surprised here if he runs into
Too
one.
much attention to the crowd here. You want to be in the game.
I thought he was trolling all the past couple of weeks with him making all these, winning the championship and being a little cocky about it. But
This is his opportunity.
well, he won one.
He has been a clutch player hitter.
People that have won one before, or two if you're me. How many for you? 3, 4, 7? 3. So, old hat. I thought Nagel would act like he's been there before, but
That's pretty good. Maybe that's his way to get loose.
I'm just very superstitious, and the last thing I do is talk shit to anyone. If anything, I try the reverse string.
Make your actions do that. I have a feeling up in the count he may take a hack.
And Mullen walks people, which might be a good thing because I don't walk anyone. My problem is I'll be 4-0 and I'll just put it over because I don't like walking people, and that just leads to home runs. So.
Oh, good pitch. There's the hack.
Not bad one.
It's a 4-1 count. I apologize on the scoreboard. You can't actually do 4 balls.
You guys got this on.
Hope we didn't pay this.
Again? We've been requested.
I just want to make sure that you did it already.
Maybe in the 6th inning if it goes that far.
Now you just jinxed it.
Sure did. Sure did jinx it.
You did. You just jinxed it.
But I wanted to.
I told you, I can't.
It landed on top of it.
What is it? What is it called?
It's a ruling here. It did hit the silver. It hit the silver, but hit the net at the same time, I believe.
How does that? If it hits the top, then
Big at bat for Mr. Nagel.
That's not the way I've played it before, but
That's a great play by Mullen. 1 down.
Hit his foot.
that's where you have to trust the outfielder because that happened with Devin hitting one.
Controversy here.
Literally hit the top and did not hit the net.
yeah, they might hit it first.
Because if it hits like that,
No, it hit your foot.
like,
It hit your foot.
Video replay.
Alright, let's foul ball. My apologies there. Controversy on the last 2 at bats here.
There's 10 of us watching this right now. This is a hotbed of activity.
He gets him anyhow. 1 down.
Score that.
Got a ground out.
So 1-0 here in the bottom 4. So
Big cut by Mr. Walsh.
what? We'll get to Devin again. But this is where
This is now, I think you're going to start seeing some intensity. When you get down to the floor here. Great. Mr. Mullen.
not to jinx the kid, but the one thing with Mullen this year is no matter how well he's pitched, he's always seemed to have one bad inning which ends up costing him the game.
I wouldn't say that was a bad.
So no, I'm saying,
But I hear you.
I know, it's like,
you know, he gets out of this. That's about all you can ask for. I mean, there's a chance.
It's a one Nagel swing right now. It's like,
You get out of this inning, there's a chance that this 3-game series goes 1-0, 1-0, 1-0,
of course it did.
which is insane.
Very young age. I tell the story all the time. Dude,
he was leading up. What top of the fifth?
So it's going to go Mullen, Daly, then Devin. So Devin will get up no matter what.
I watched that drill films. No, in high school.
Mullen will lead
In a
up.
fucking Division 3.
Mullen had a good at-bat last at
A
that.
chance for redemption to start.
I was gonna throw it on my field.
Either way, Devin's going to get up.
Again,
That's what you want. Yep. In the jam.
I guess if everyone's doing it, there's like teams, like it's a thing.
It's a 4-1 count.
Long reach. So it's like, you guys
Scoreboard limitations as well.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
double. That was very much fair.
Score that a double.
And that's why Puddles/John is no longer commentating because he has no idea which way is up. Guys, that yellow line there, that's what shows if something's fair or foul. Okay, we've been playing like that all
I know, but he didn't pull it up in time.
Fairness, I don't think John played any organized sports growing up.
We were looking for the replay, and I
Unless you call.
as you were
Don't scare being molested by your own
organized. He grew up in the sticks, so I don't think they had enough kids to have, more than one team.
A little wild on that one. Gets behind.
One. Yeah. Nagels is a home run, so he's no longer on base.
Playoff Nagel.
That's trademarked by Danny Amendola.
Oh, I realized my head is shiny.
On the stream, his head is very shiny.
It's fluorescent lighting. I'm getting a toupee next year. Jeremy?
Nice. That would be incredible. Fake mustache. Even though you can grow one, fake mustache.
4-0 count?
You're going to have to shave and put on a fake mustache.
Yeah, exactly. I know, with the toupee, it's amazing.
I assure you I don't need a merkin.
Might want to cover up those grays. A little just for men down there.
So,
men on first and second.
Hey guys, we're having a finals over here.
So, 2 down, but like I was saying, one swing here, and this is that Mullen inning where he has the bad inning. I'm scared of Whitey B right now.
It was only a matter of time. I'm surprised you can do it without my purple bat.
That's a problem.
And that is a huge hit from Whitey B.
I'm surprised you can do that without the purple bat.
And a huge hit by Whitey B. That went quick, that next at bat, but that's a 4-0 lead. Coming down to the last.
Let's go, Savages.
You have to wonder if that home run by Nagel was in no one's head. You walk him, next guy hits a home run, instead of being 1-0 coming out of the game, it's 4.
That would have been a crazy story.
Top 5, 4-0. Jason 4.
This is it, kid.
4.
It's 4. It was a 3-run shot.
It may not be shocking, but with all the incredible offense, but they're on pace to finish 3 games in the time it usually takes to finish 2. What's going on back there?
So that we're on the same page.
That's a dinger!
That is.
Wow. Huge way to start the inning.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
So the lead off.
Now I question
So that one was slow enough that I could watch the line and where it hit.
That one makes me question the last one because from my perspective there,
Really?
for me.
No.
Over here it looked like the same thing.
I missed it on the replay again.
So that's that home run by there is looming huge now.
Obviously heated Mullen on the sidelines here.
Never seen someone be that angry about hitting a home run.
And that's a strikeout. Check swing, he went. In the announcer's humble opinion,
Seconded.
second.
Time actually had an advantage point there. Mullen is visibly distraught about hitting a home run.
You got to focus on the next couple at bats here. There's only one out. We got a game here, folks.
Let it blow, Dev.
Oh, I'm sorry, broadcast booth. That's fucking exciting.
These kids no reaction.
My God!
I would check to see if you got it.
We're supposed to remain impartial here.
Base knock. Here we go.
Apparently I was being too professional for Mr. I gave up on the broadcast an hour ago.
Wait, you might fly.
You can check the replay. I got pretty excited.
So So, one down here. They get another base runner, and they need a couple more to
It's
get back
still
to
a
Devon.
two-run game. I'm not going to jizz my pants.
I agree. I get the excitement.
Right, here we go, kid.
It's just the guns cannot read that pitch. I'm convinced that they can't read that pitch. There's no way that's any slower than any of them.
It's tough to tell off the radar.
You had to, I guess.
Either way, huge pitch there. And that's 2 outs. And that's why you can't jizz your pants here because you're down 2. It's 2 outs.
Sure what Goodman thought anyone was arguing there. Yeah,
Gets ahead of Mullen, 0-1.
Now again, I mean, Daly's 0 for 4 this game with 4 Ks, so I might have come down and hit that.
You don't want to be caught looking
like that. Didn't like
the
the
defensive swing by Mullen.
I kind of wish he missed that to see where it would have ended up. Unfortunately, he tipped it enough that you never know. Be on the lookout if you shoot out here for a flying bat.
Yeah, watch your faces. Watch your faces.
I don't want to lose an eye.
And gets him, man. That's gonna be it. Squires.
No one's stopping.
Huge win for the Squires. Goodman gets his first championship. Your winter champions are the Squires. Somebody give him the cup. Get their cup out there. Let's get that camera out to field.
Thank you. Are you old enough to drink beer yet? Get him a beer.
Oh yeah, does anyone have one to pour right now?
2 times. 2 times. Let me get the commissioner out here. Somebody get these guys some beer. Nice job, buddy. What are you guys unprepared?
Take a picture with this with the Easter bunny.
Someone give this kid a bubble. I thought we had some here, but apparently, take them all.
There goes my career in broadcasting.
Gatorade down too. Luckily that cap's on tight.
You want some Gatorade out of it?
How come again?
Good job.
What?
How come? Thank you.
How come what?
I'm really pissed you didn't do it last year.
No good? Yeah, I'm pretty pissed.
I'm not. I'm very happy to do
Don't
that.
listen to me. And I tagged you out at 30. What a baby! I called you home run by the way.
Oh, you think it?
Oh, and I didn't mean to get in your head there, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Was it a wet dream?
It might have been. Who knows?
Are they off?
But you got him on the next pitch. But you were still mad about it.
Are you guys not fucking drinking?
I don't know. Where's that cup at?
Going to buy beers right now. No one has spare beer.
Yeah, right? No one has one left. No one. Coop drank them all.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Coop drank them all.
I mean, I'm sure there's some like tree houses. You're not gonna.
You drank all the Bud Lights. I mean, they're yours, so. Yeah, let them buy their own.
Great pitch.
Yeah. There you go.
It's right there, Nagel.
He thought about it for a second.
Did you see me check on it?
Yeah.
Was in it?
Yeah, exactly. He has to think about that for a second.
Let's do a quick team pick.
Well, drink out of it first, Nagel.
Come in second.
He's picking with Greg.
I know, dude, they should laugh.
There you go.
Nope. Missing
No, I
it.
think it's free shit.
Hey!
Throw one at him. Oh, John had the Miami, wait. John has it, right? Well, then I must. John has the feed.
Yeah, John's over there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it.
Like turning this thing around.
What's happening? What's going on?
The camera, so I don't know what you're asking. If you're asking,
No, I was like turning the feed
still on.
Kill the broadcast. Kill the broadcast.
That's, you know, that's the game. That's the game.
It's been a great season. We're gonna stop the stream. Oh no, we'll keep the stream going. We'll keep that stream going. Yeah, we'll keep it going. You gotta get the celebration. Look at that shiny head.
Final win. Nobody does. See you in the summer.
Yeah, baby.
You won't see me in the summer.
NEAWL. Big home run to take the lead.
Did I miss all the beer drinking out of the cup?
Yes.
Anybody else getting there? Walsh, you getting some fucking rust beer, baby? Oh, yeah.
No, I ain't drinking no rust.
Okay, alright. Alright, baby.
Hey, thanks, man.
There you go. There you go.
Congratulations.
You invited me to the hockey tournament next year.
Look at this. Oh.
It's tough out of the lip of that thing. It's all for show and boners.
Doesn't want to get that vintage sweatshirt.
He's not. You can't score on the field. Kids play soccer here. This is a more than that. They do Heron. Jim.
Beer out of the cup.
Oh, any of these beers for them?
Drink some grape soda out of there.
Oh, boys, that complaint not being able to drink out of the cup. Jim just
Look at his speed.
How much Bud Light is too much Bud Light? That's what happens.
Oh my god!
Hey, the funny part is he already chugged that.
So we're gonna have a rematch one cup and then
I hope I'm getting a good angle. This is wiffle porn. Absolute wiffle porn.
Ah, just kidding.
Woo!
Nagel looks like.
Nagel's calling his parents to tell him.
I just won! I'm going to World. I'm not a failure. I'm going to Disney World.
No, let's not. Hey, good luck. You're the state number championship. That's awesome.
Did drinking out of it look good? Yeah. We had like the We've never had it. I'm not in the championships and we have battery power, but yeah, we got it.
How much that happen? Yeah, I put in there too, by the way.
Hey, I like it. And he drank it like a champion.
Actually, Johnny straight to. Sleep for an hour and then shop the same clothes.
Charges? Charges?
Say somebody buddy in
Dude. Yeah, get some pictures of these guys. Group photo, yeah? Group photo.
I'll see you sometime in the afternoon tomorrow, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Keep an eye on the email.
Yeah, nobody likes it just in case.
Yeah, I'll text you. I'm gonna get on
Nobody.
do things because people are yelling at us through email.
I literally can't do anything.
No, I know you can't. So, but whatever. You send it to everybody. Yep. All right, man. Well, hopefully I see you before this summer.
Kind of outing. Yeah, curl piece or we'll figure something.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't want to hang out with any of you assholes ever again.
We'll run into each other definitely.
I don't want to get up tomorrow.
Yes, we all do.
I also feel like I should go home and watch the U.S. women's
eventually,
hockey.
or don't.
At least I'm not the
I have
old
no
man.
idea.
Is that on right
I
now?
don't know what the dogs want these days.
That gold medal shit?
So isn't that gold medal? I feel that's the
What we were using.
Gold medal.
talking about me playing rugby.
Nah, it's about the same.
Talking about the women versus Canada.
It was better than light.
Oh yeah, I believe they dropped the puck in about 15 minutes. Oh, so that's only given
But other than that,
no, it's
about the
11:10
same.
Eastern.
That looks cool, I know.
Yeah.
Want to blow it again?
Love you, buddy.
Want to blow it again?
Yeah, but
You guys both love it. Yes, that's what I like about you.
literally like
Got a roof them. Men's
I'm not
hockey
gonna
did
say
fucking
father figure, but like
Who cares? I got wisdom. Like, you know, don't drink and drive.
he's held my hair back.
There's some few situations.
Granted, for him, granted,
by my example.
it's his fault I got there, but he was still there on the other end.
Yeah, I encouraged shit, and then I was like, all right, I got you.
Did awesome. The U.S.
What's up with all these?
Those were the champs. Now about those.
Okay. I'll
no,
until I
the
go on.
commit about that.
Oh, you did? Yeah. What a guy. Yeah, that's why I ran after him.
Is this your extension cord?
The 2 orange ones are mine. The long ass HDMI cable are mine. I've got a big rolling bag for all this crap.
I just meant I'll start rolling.
But, you know,
Oh, you didn't stop the